Hey guys, Max Convexity here. Let's look at these option trades for tomorrow. All right, so first we'll start with JEPY. They sold 240 contracts at the 49.60 level for 22 bucks. Subtract 22 from 49.60, you get 49.38. So we need to at least close the SPX to close at 49.38 to make any money tomorrow. If we close at 49.60, we'll make max profit. Max profit is 525,000. If they're able to gather that, that would bring them to a negative 3 cents on earnings per share per month. Right now, they're at a negative 11 cents. The estimate on their extrinsic capture, they've captured 15 cents per share extrinsic. And if you extrapolate that over a month, which is dangerous, I know, you come up with 56 cents. They paid 58 last month right there, so we shall see. Let's look at QQQY. All right, so these guys sold 157 options at the 19,680 level for 91 bucks. You got to subtract 91 from 17,680. You get 17,589. All right, so they need at least 589 for the NASDAQ to close at, preferably as close to 17,680 as they can get. That would make them $1.4 million tomorrow, and they could darn sure use it, because they got started off on the wrong foot this month, losing 4.4 million. In any event, we'll keep our fingers crossed, and that the big win tomorrow would bring them to a positive earnings per share on the month as well. So that would be awesome. All right. So now let's look at IWMY. IWMY sold 513 contracts at the 1950 level, and they got 18 bucks for them. Subtract 18 from 1950, you get 1932. All right, so we need 1932 at least tomorrow to be profitable. That's our cheerleading number. We'd rather be up close to 1950 if possible. If they can get up at 1950, by expiration, it's about $1 million winner, 916,000 actually. Gigantic 92 basis point capture. Still leaves them in a negative earnings per share stance on the month, negative 17 cents. These guys lost 38 cents on day one. All these funds had big losses on day one. And not a great way to start off the month. Let's look up here. All right. So on the extrinsic capture, they've captured 37 cents a share, and this includes tomorrow. But that would bring them, if they're able to do that, that would make their dividend estimate, big estimate, $1.33, but that'd be in line with what they paid last month. The volatility is about the same so far in the month as last month, so everything should be about the same. That would make sense to be. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful evening. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about TRES as well. TRES has not updated their spreadsheets yet, or they haven't updated their trades. I still have the same old stale trades I've been looking at forever. So it's hard to tell exactly, because they don't give me live data. So it's hard to tell exactly how much they're ahead or behind. But generally speaking, let's show this. Generally speaking, they were trading up here last week. That TLT was at the $97, $98 level up here, I believe it was. It was up here somewhere, well in the profit. And then the price reverted and fell back right into the frickin' valley of death. Now let's look at the chart of TLT. This is an unusual strategy that I'm not really used to. It's called an iron butterfly, but it's a ratioed iron butterfly, or you could also call it a ratio calendar or a ratio diagonal, but I'm not sure what the program is, so I'm going to try to keep my comments. I don't know. I'm just going to have to see. I'll know more as they do more trades, but I have no idea what they're trying to do on this trade. Anyway, the way I'm tracking it, though, is these kind of trades that they're doing have a valley of death, usually in the middle of the chart. Well, when they were going up last week, remember when I said 97, 98? I was right. It was in the 98s. They were well away from the valley of death and showing a big profit. And then on Friday, they regressed a little bit. And then today, boom, they fell right back into the valley of death. So we shall see. These options don't expire till Friday. I can't imagine they're going to let them go till expiration, though. I would think they'd be rolling this thing out any day. I would have rolled it out on this day. If you would have rolled it out on this day, you could have locked in some of the profit before it fell back into the no-go zone. Now, of course, hindsight's 2020. It could have also gone the other way. With my luck, that's what it does. Every time I roll a trade, it doesn't do what I think it'll do, and if I don't roll the trade, then it does what I didn't think it would do. That's just how trading works. Murphy's Law of trading. We'll call it Max Convexity's Law, Max's Law. Max's Law is the market seems to know when I make a trade, and it seems to run the other way. So that's just been my experience. All right, guys, that's it for today. Let's check futures. I'm not doing this show as late as I usually do, so the futures won't be that instructive. They're flat. NASDAQ's, they're flat. There's nothing to see in futures. Are they even open yet? They've been open for about an hour. Here's a chart of it. It's just straight flat. This was the open. It came down here. The NASDAQ futures did. Rallied back up here. Thank God, into the profit box. Thank God, NASDAQ. But anyway, and since then, we've just gone straight sideways. If something gets going tonight, I'll come on and do a live update. But it looks like it's going to be pretty boring for now. I may come on later and talk about my, I may come on later and do an option lesson or something. And if that's the case, we'll take a live look at the markets later. All right, guys. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.